I'm joined by Metro Bank co-founder Vernon Hill. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I wanted first of all to just get your reaction on the health of the UK high street, because we're going through very tough times here in the UK as well. Does it make more of a challenge for your bank to grow and to get new accounts opened?
Well, thank you for inviting us on the show as we represent our first year of Britain's first new high street bank in 100 plus years. We found the environment in Britain very open, very welcoming, and we've enjoyed tremendous reception in Britain. And I think that in London, certainly where we're centered, that the economy is still fairly strong.
Fairly strong, but still there must be challenges ahead. How difficult is it for you to attract new customers? Do you have to really slash costs and you know, just give better interest rates to get those people down the door? Because I guess in a difficult situation, people usually stick to their guns and say, well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the economy. I'm not going to take any chances.
Well, we promised to change retail banking in Britain by delivering a convenience and service model. We are a fair rate payer, but not certainly the highest rate payer. We've been overwhelmed by the customer acceptance at our 8 stores, and I would say that the Brits have tremendously embraced this new view of banking. And
so would you open more branches to take advantage of you know, what you've been doing over the last 12 months?
Yeah, in our first year we actually planned to open 4, but our first branches did so well we increased that to 8. We expect to have 11 open by the end of this year and approximately 25 by the end of 2012. Our plan is to build 200 stores, we call them, in the greater London area.
Now, just a year ago, you were telling us actually that you thought the UK banking market was too concentrated. Is it still the case? Because nothing really has changed.
Yeah, there's really only 5 large banks in Britain, unlike America where there's still 8,000 banks. And what I also said is that we found the level of service to both the consumer and business community shockingly bad in Britain. And I think that's why the Metro Bank model has been so embraced, as the Brits have been looking for a choice.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because it's difficult to understand, you know, if we look at Spain, where the model is having a lot of small banks, this has put the caixas and, you know, in much more difficulty than if you have 4 or 5 large banks.
We have found in America, I built a large bank in America on this same model. We competed against all the largest banks in America. Our experience has been it's actually easier to compete with the large banks that deliver poor service. And we found the environment in Greater London absolutely great for the Metro Bank model.
So, Mr. Hill, if I speak to you in, let's say, 2 years, how big will Metro Bank be?
We'll have about 40 or 50 stores in London. We'll be somewhere between £500 million to £1 billion in assets, and we'll be growing at a very rapid rate. Our model in America grew at 23% compounded for 34 years. So I'm very optimistic, more optimistic than when we started, that Metro Bank can and will change banking in Britain.
And this is despite the possibility of a double-dip recession in this country?
Our model is a market share take model. So while we like the economy to be better, the actual state of the economy where we have a double dip doesn't really affect our growth plans.
So how big do you want to be in 10 years?
Our plan to be, by 2020, our plan is to build 200 locations, and it gets us, as I remember, to about £25 billion in assets.
All right, Vernon Hill, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.